The rhythm of the rising sun. Ren stood on the grassy hill as the sun began to peek over the horizon. While the rest of the village of Ora slept, he felt a quiet restlessness in his chest. His teacher had spoken about finding a reason for being, but to Ren, his days felt like a series of unfinished sentences. He held a blank sketchbook in his hands, wondering what story he was meant to write. He spent the morning by the rocky shore, watching the tide pull away from the stones. Ren loved the way the water changed from indigo to turquoise. Without thinking, he opened his book and began to draw the curves of the waves and the sharp edges of the cliffs. Time seemed to disappear. He loved the feeling of the pencil moving across the paper, capturing the world's quiet beauty. Later that morning, Ren sat at the kitchen table with his grandmother, Sumi. She leaned over his shoulder and gasped softly at his drawings. "You have a gift for detail, Ren," she said, pointing to the delicate shading on a seashell he had sketched. "You are very good at seeing what others miss." Ren realized that the more he practiced, the more natural the lines felt. As he walked through the village square, Ren noticed a group of people gathered around the community bulletin board. The old wooden signs for the bakery and the library were faded and peeling, their letters nearly impossible to read. The villagers looked frustrated, squinting at the blurry directions. Ren saw a need that no one had filled yet. That afternoon, Ren gathered his paints and brushes. He found a discarded piece of smooth cedar wood near the docks. He began to paint a new sign for the village bakery, using the bright, warm colors of the sunrise he had seen that morning. He worked carefully, making sure every letter was bold and clear so that everyone could find their way to the fresh bread. When the sign was dry, Ren carried it to the bakery. The baker, Hiro, was busy dusting flour from his apron when Ren arrived. Ren held up the new sign, the colors gleaming in the afternoon light. Hiro's eyes widened in surprise and joy. He took the sign and held it up against the old, tired wall of his shop. "This is beautiful, Ren," Hiro exclaimed. He reached into the shop and brought out a warm, golden melon pan. "I cannot pay you much, but please, take this, and a small coin for your hard work tomorrow." Ren realized that his skill wasn't just a hobby. It was something the community valued enough to reward. He felt a new sense of pride as he took a bite of the sweet bread. Word of Ren's talent spread quickly. The next day, he helped his neighbor, Mrs. Sato. She was an elderly woman who loved her herb garden, but often forgot where she had planted her mint and her shiso. Ren spent the afternoon drawing a beautiful, color-coded map for her. Mrs. Sato thanked him with a bag of fresh plums and a grateful hug. That evening, Sumi sat with Ren again. She drew 4 overlapping circles on a napkin. "Look, Ren," she whispered. "You found what you love, drawing. You found what you are good at, art. You found what the world needs, clear signs and maps. And you found what you can be rewarded for." Ren looked at the center where all the circles met. The next morning, Ren didn't feel restless when the sun rose. He knew exactly why he was waking up. He grabbed his bag, his paints, and his sketchbook, heading out into the village with a light heart. He hadn't just found a job or a hobby. He had found his Ikigai, the sweet spot where his soul and the world danced together.
The day